I hope I'm not getting sick. Don't suck. Okay.
All right. You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we gotta start the timer. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of MBWS. I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Veronica Steele.
And it happened. The WWE universe is split in half now.
I felt it.
They have divided the rosters in an interesting way. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
It's been quite a week. I just got back from Comic-Con. It
Crazy.
was crazy. It was awesome. My Wednesday night, right when I got there, I went and scouted out like what the deal was for the Mattel signings, and it was weird. It was a very wrestling centric Comic-Con for me for the first few days, just because they were doing so much stuff. There was so much stuff going on. It was crazy. So we went to go scope that out, and then we were over at the NECA booth. They're making these Ninja Turtles figures.
Nice.
That are based, the Ninja Turtles arcade game, like the original one.
Oh yeah.
They made these figures that looked exactly like the arcade guys. They look awesome, cool. And they come in like a little arcade cabinet. And so Phil and I are looking at this, and then I hear this voice next to me, and it's like, "Whoa! I didn't know they were going to be that big." And I was like, that sounds like Zack Ryder. And then I look over, and it is Zack Ryder.
That's crazy.
And I was like, whoa. And then I was like, I was like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, good, bro. And he actually said, bro.
Nice, of course.
And then I was like, are you a collector? He's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to buy these. And I was like, cool. Can I get a picture real quick? And he said yes. And I got a picture of Zack Ryder, like right off the bat.
Look at that. See, and here you were all nervous. You didn't know how you were going to talk to these wrestlers.
Yeah, well, it was cool. It was really casual, because he also had a giant bag of those Funko Pop figures. Like, he had a huge bag of them. He was just going around buying stuff. He spent like $300 at the NECA booth.
That is awesome.
And yeah, it was a great way to start the day. And then on Thursday, I ended up not going to the WWE, the panel that they had for Mattel, because I wanted to get in the standby line for the New Day signing.
Yes.
And I got to meet the New Day.
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. They signed my WWE book. They wouldn't let us take posed pictures, so my friend Alex got a picture of me like with them, but not like as like my back,
not with them.
But then afterwards they were doing another appearance at the Boom Studios booth, because Boom Studios is going to be producing the WWE comic now, and they showed off some artwork. Whoa, my phone's ringing. Nakamura theme. Sorry.
It's all good.
Let me turn that down. Yeah, that's Nakamura's New Japan theme. I was told a dork. Not his new
committed.
one. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to switch to his WWE theme, but I really like his New Japan theme, because it's like super like 80s metal.
We should totally change like the wallpaper of your either the new Raw or the new SmackDown logo, and
I don't know
which one your favorite.
So my friend Mel, I think his title is like vice president in charge of marketing at Boom Studios.
Wow.
And he showed me some of the new WWE comic stuff, and it looks awesome.
Cool.
The writer they got is really good. But while we were at the Boom booth they did a New Day appearance there, except it like it said photo op, except they weren't letting us stop to like take pose pictures. So we tried to get selfies, and I'm terrible at selfies. So I have like this blurry one with me and Big E, and then I have one with me and Kofi where they're not looking at the camera, and one with me and Xavier and Kofi where they're sort of looking at the camera. But it was they were really cool, and they were fun to talk to, and they were giving out like random stuff. Like they gave my friend Alex a pair of Sasha Banks glasses.
Wow.
And like they were giving out Power Ranger gloves and like all this other weird stuff. But it was fun. And,
do you think they weren't doing post pictures because of time?
It's just time. They're trying to get as many people through as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
But and then because the Mattel at the next Mattel signing on Friday, it was AJ Styles, Becky Lynch, and then Shockmaster, also known as Tugboat, and they were, I think they were taking pose pictures that day because we were towards the front of the standby line, and they ended up not being able to accommodate any standby line people. Wow. That was the first time that's ever happened. Like. So, and to get tickets to those signings, you have to be there like when the hall opens, and it's like so nuts, like to do that. Like, you have to camp out. So I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I did miss out on the 8. But we did get to go in there and take pictures, like while because they were like hobnobbing with like executives and doing some interviews and stuff. Okay. After the regular, so I did, and AJ Styles did make eye contact with me, and he saw my T-shirt, and he gave me the too sweet.
It was a moment.
It kind of felt pretty good. And Becky Lynch is like just as adorable and cool looking. I don't know. She seemed very cool, and she was telling jokes and her goofy puns, and she seemed very like charming from a distance. But I don't know. It seemed, I was like, oh, Becky. And I felt, I was kind of bummed, but it was also cool because just being like right there
near them. Yeah, you're in the same room with them. Yeah. It's so exciting.
And then I got to meet a bunch of Lucha Underground guys because they were doing signings at the Entertainment Earth booth. And let me tell you, I wish all booths did their signings the way they did, because basically they gave me a website. You went to this Google form and you put in your name, and they did like an online drawing. And so I didn't have to actually like wait in line for a ticket or anything. You just put in your name in their website. Yeah. And then if you got picked, you just went back to the booth at the time of the signing. And it was awesome. Super easy. So I got to meet, I met Dario Cueto, who's the evil, he's the evil like chairman guy, like the Vince McMahon character.
Okay.
And then I met Johnny Mundo.
Great name.
And also he was John Morrison in the WWE.
See, Johnny Mundo.
Yeah,
he sounds like a.
And then I met I didn't get to meet Pentagon Jr., who's the skeleton guy, because that was during the New Day thing. Otherwise I could have. And then I also on Sunday, it was great. I got to meet and get picture taken with Mil Muertes and Katrina, and she's the one that like licks everybody.
Yeah.
And they were super nice.
She was really nice, but...
and they were so nice. And like because I knew Mil Muertes was actually Puerto Rican, so I figured he spoke English. Okay. But it was just weird because I've been at the temple. I had been at the temple like a ton, and I never heard him talk. Okay. Like ever. So when I was like, oh, I went to all of season 2, and you almost took me out during the Ultima Lucha match, and then he's like, oh, haha, that was crazy, right? And I was like, whoa.
Like, he speaks.
Yeah. And it was, but he was like an old school luchador because he was wearing a suit and then his mask. So like it was just, he was really very classy, and nice. Katrina was really cool. And they took like a really good pose picture with me. Like it was really cool.
Awesome.
And they were super nice, and it was a lot of fun. There was also at the Headlocked Comics booth, which they make really cool wrestling comics. Everybody should check it out. Headlockedcomic.com. He was doing signings there, and I saw Joey Ryan was there, and he had his DDT Iron Man championship title, which he actually at various points during Comic-Con lost to Spider-Man. And he lost to Ron Funches, had it for a little bit, because it's one of those, it's the title that it's a 24-hour it can always be contested.
Yes.
So they were doing stuff with that, and it was cool. I saw The Addiction, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, who actually do one of the intros to MBWS, as does Joey Ryan.
Nice.
And I also got to see Brian Cage, former guest on MBWS.
Well, look at that.
Yes, and it's cool seeing these guys, and now they're like way bigger.
Oh,
than they
totally.
were, like because mostly thanks to things like Lucha Underground, they're on TV now, and so it was pretty cool talking to them. And I saw Matanza at a bar. He was the current Lucha Underground champion as of season 2 finale, and his real name is Jeff Cobb, and normally because he wears a mask on TV, so a lot of people don't realize it's him. Because he's a pretty unassuming looking dude, except he's like a super stout wrestler guy. He actually was an Olympic wrestler for Guam.
Oh, nice.
And but he was super nice too. Every wrestler I met was nice. Yeah, Guam.
I kind of feel like that's like the only job that you could really get in Guam.
An Olympic wrestler.
You want to get out of Guam, become a wrestler.
Yeah. And now he's actually he's really blowing up since being on Lucha Underground. He's wrestling at PWG Bola. He's been wrestling in the UK. He's really blowing up, and I think it's only a matter of time because Vince loves some big, tough dudes.
Yep.
I think it's a matter of time before we see this guy in WWE, because he can throw people around like Brock Lesnar, and he's a tough dude.
Awesome.
So lots of wrestling stuff, and I finished it off by going to a well-known San Diego restaurant I hadn't been to yet, Lucha Libre Burrito.
Oh, are they the ones that did the burrito that there was the villain versus the hero?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that on Conan.
Yeah, they made the news, and they also it's like a Lucha Libre themed restaurant. There's all wrestler masks and pictures.
How
they had,
cool!
They had the champions table where the only people that are allowed to sit at it are current wrestling champions.
Nice.
And so actually Joey Ryan got to sit there when he went to visit, and it's got velvet ropes, and it looks kind of like a wrestling ring.
I love it.
Dude, and let me tell you, one of the best burritos I've ever had.
Which one did you get?
I had the Surfin' California burrito, because as everybody, if you know me, I'm a big fan of California burritos. It's a San Diego original, which is basically a carne asada burrito with French fries in it.
Yep.
But this was a variation where it was steak and shrimp with avocado and their secret sauce. My gosh.
I need to start eating before we do our podcast. It sounds so good.
You know me, I'm always talking.
I don't even like
Radio Brendo Man and how much we talk about food on there. It was a great trip, and it was great seeing so much wrestling stuff. There was also wrestling shows in Imperial Beach. I didn't make it out to those just because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
But it was just a really cool, fun weekend, and also all the other cool shit I saw at Comic-Con. So much amazing stuff.
It was so fun. I had several friends who went, and friend Debbie totally dressed up, and I swear she had a new costume every day.
Yeah,
so
the cosplayers saw some crazy cosplayers.
Awesome. And I was really surprised, and I was trying to figure out if it was because I'm more aware of WWE that I noticed it, or if there was actually more WWE or wrestling, whatever, happening at Comic-Con this year.
Their presence at Comic-Con has increed, I feel every year.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot.
And there's such a crossover audience. I saw I also saw Corey Graves was recording video stuff. Yeah. He was walking around. People saw Noelle Foley was around. There was some other wrestlers that were also just there, hanging out. And it was great. A lot of fun.
I love it. Well, it was really fun seeing all your pictures, seeing all my friends' pictures. And
I got to ride in the Ecto One.
Hilarious. Oh, wow.
Crazy.
There you go.
I got to talk to Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, I love that.
It was crazy. It was
crazy. Your pictures were great. Yeah, if you're not following Brendo Man on.
Oh, yeah, we got a great picture of me and Phil and Derek in front of the Bootios box.
Yes,
They
I
had a
saw
giant
that.
Bootios box at the
Yes.
Mattel booth, which the big announcement out of Comic-Con for WWE, New Day is announced that not only are they making these New Day Funko Pops, which look pretty awesome, and I'm not a huge Funko Pop guy, but they're also actually making Bootios cereal. You're going to be able to get the actual cereal.
Oh, so before they would only sell a T-shirt and you
It was
get
a
it in the
T-shirt in the
box.
box.
Got
Now
it.
you can actually Bootios cereal. I think it's coming to a store near you.
Wow.
And yeah, it's
You
gonna.
know,
It
that
said
came across some like FDA worker and they're like, what?
yeah,
What
like
is this?
yeah, what like
This is a
yeah.
thing.
Well, a lot of my I had to explain to Derek and Phil about Bootios, and Derek was still very confused. I'm like, look, it's a wrestling thing. That's why
Just go with it.
in the picture, Derek's just holding his arms up, like I don't know what this is.
I loved
One of the best comments was Sean Hawkins said Derek looks like he should be holding up today's newspaper because he's been kidnapped.
Yes. Love it.
And that was fun.
Well, good.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a blast, so I'm
But the
glad.
day before was also nuts because it was the first edition of Live SmackDown.
Right?
What were your impressions of the draft and some of the other things, the goings on?
The draft was cool. I was impressed. They need to work on their smack talk a little bit. Like some were better than others.
Yeah.
Really cool draft. I am such a fan of SmackDown. It's not even funny. Like, I'm trying to figure out Stephanie and if I just don't like her or what it is, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Raw now. Like,
I'm a fan of the Raw roster, and I like I like their choice of I liked the choices of, are they general managers? Is that what they're called?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Mick Foley is a great pick, and I think
Yes.
Daniel Bryan is a great pick. It was great to see Daniel Bryan, and he genuinely looked excited.
Yeah.
And
like, back to his old self, kind of.
yeah,
Deal.
and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But I feel like the draft for me like started off very strong, and then it kind of like
teetered out.
down.
Yeah.
And then the NXT picks again also started off very exciting, and then were like extremely disappointing.
Yeah.
But that's I get it. Like they need their stars down there still to sell tickets and to build the brand. But when they say 6 NXT stars, I just assumed like, okay, it's gonna definitely be the champions and like Nakamura and those guys, but it's but it ended up being and no Bailey. Like when they said Nia Jax instead of Bailey, I'm pretty sure you could have heard the internet like screaming out loud.
Well, and I was so confused because Bailey played in Battleground.
Well, then she came out as the mystery partner in Battleground, but they did emphasize that it was a one-time appearance. So what I've heard is that there's going to be another NXT draft in September after SummerSlam.
Okay.
And that's probably when she's going to be called up along with probably Nakamura and some other people.
See, and I watched it again. I watched it on Hulu and support Hulu, everyone. But because of that, they cut it off. And so they were like, to continue with the draft, you know. So I'm like, who else? Like there were so many
They did the rest of it on the WWE network. Like the last picks. But that was also like a major like, okay, this is like, it was just a bunch of then
a lot of hype for a bit of letdown, like
then that was kind of a letdown. But the only funny part was that Heath Slater ended up not getting drafted at all. So I thought that was kind of funny actually, and now he's kind of like this man without a country because SmackDown drafted Bo Dallas, and then like all 3 of the social outcasts were like yes, and then they were like only Bo Dallas. And so and then where did Bo Dallas go? Bo Dallas went to Raw. Yeah, Bo Dallas went to Raw, and Curtis Axel went to Raw but Heath Slater is not on a roster right now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, I guess. I think overall, talent-wise, the Raw roster is pretty stacked. I mean, because mostly I think because you have, I mean, you've got for me, my big three talents right now are Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro. And all three of those
Enzo
guys
and Cass.
And Enzo and Cass. And all of those guys are on. Not to mention the biggest NXT pick and picked in the third round, which was, I mean, this is about as big of a push as you can get. Finn Balor.
Yeah.
But the reason why they're bringing him to Raw is because they're introducing a cruiserweight division.
Yes, and I have a question. What is cruiserweight?
It is 205 pounds and below.
Okay.
So it's like a weight thing, and it tends so it's
men
a more
only. I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it's it's a more high flying style, and so I guess that's where Finn Balor is going to start off, but which is the same as when he started in New Japan. He wrestled in light heavyweight, and then if he hadn't left, they would have moved him up to heavyweight. So, because I mean, in NXT, he was the NXT champion. It's not like he can't go with the big guys, which I'm a little disappointed that he's not going to be right there in the main event mix, because I think he should be. But I mean, I think it's kind of a wait and see thing. But I also think it's exciting because they also drafted Neville, so I'm not sure when exactly he's going to come in, and they're going to have amazing matches. And they also are probably going to sign people from the Cruiserweight Classic, which they already, Johnny Gargano already basically said he's signing with WWE full time. But who knows when he's going to get called up from NXT. And there's also some rumors about they signed some other guys from the Cruiserweight Classic.
Okay.
So to pad out that division, you've also got the tag team champions, the New Day, on Raw.
Yes.
So, and then what does that mean for the tag teams on SmackDown? Are they going to introduce separate tag team belts? Because this is breaking on Raw that's happening right now as we're recording this. Stephanie McMahon basically announced the Universal Championship based off the name of the WWE Universe. So, but it also sounds like, oh wait, they've got the World Championship. Well, get this, you guys.
Yeah.
We've got the Universal.
Well, and I was confused. So I was reading an article.
What's next? Like the Galaxy Championship? I don't know.
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Well, because it was Universal, I'm like, oh, okay, is that a championship that can cross over? Like, that's what I was thinking.
That's
like,
what
okay,
it
cool.
Sounds like. That's what it sounds like. But it's not. It's just there.
Right,
it's going to be the Raw title.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then I guess...
And there goes mine.
Now your phone's going. You don't have a cool wrestling theme.
I don't. Well, that's the house phone, so...
So...
Yeah, it was just... I just feel like, well, we can have a champion too. Like,
that's what's happened in previous brand splits.
Yeah. I think it'd be more exciting to have a true universal. That can go back and forth.
They can go back and forth, which is what they did when they first started. And I thought it was working out, but I guess they just wanted. I don't know. Triple H needed a belt.
They just wanted Seth Rollins to have something.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. So they're doing.
Okay, that's gonna be Seth's. Now what?
Yeah. So I guess they're gonna be doing 2 matches on Raw tonight, and then the winners of those will face each other, and then the winner of that will face. So Seth Rollins gets an automatic bid for this championship, which makes sense because he didn't get a one-on-one rematch for his. After losing, but neither did Roman, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But so it'll be Seth against somebody at SummerSlam for this Universal Championship, and then tomorrow we're going to find out who's going to be the next challenger for the WWE Championship. I hope that Dean Ambrose gets into a program with AJ Styles, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because you also got John Cena on SmackDown.
Yes,
you've got okay. I gotta say this. Randy Orton's promo at Battleground was great.
I don't think I saw it, so you have to tell me about it.
He basically got up there, talk trash to Jericho. So I guess we're gonna get face Randy Orton, but returning superstars usually, since people haven't seen him in a long time, and it seemed like he got a good response, and he was actually entertaining. He said, so he's talking trash about Jericho, then he talked trash about Brock. He said, because they're like, he talked about getting ready to go to Suplex City. He was like, I'm gonna take him to. Well, I'm gonna take him to Viperville. No enhancement necessary. It was like, and the whole crowd was like, "Ooh, burn!"
That's awesome.
I don't know if we talked about this yet, but Brock failed a second drug test.
Yes, I know. I really do think that UFC needs to install like a DARE program.
Yeah, they need something.
They need retired cops to come in and speak to all the athletes.
But he's not getting
DARE to
fined.
Be different, guys.
He's not getting fined by UFC, and WWE's not doing anything either. So
I know. So okay,
all right,
great.
So
could it be that could he have a sickness? Or an illness, like that he's taking medication and it got caught, or they wouldn't release that?
They released what they were taking, and it is the hormone that prevents what's commonly, the popular term, the non-pop, like man boobs. That is a side effect of taking steroids.
Yeah. Okay.
So say whatever. So another interesting thing that happened. They split up the Lucha Dragons.
Yes.
They also split up the Wyatt family a bit. Braun Strowman is on Raw. And Bray and Eric Rowan are on SmackDown. And then Luke Harper was not on the draft list since he's still hurt. So I'm wondering where he'll wind up. I'm a little concerned. This means we're going to get a Braun Strowman singles run, and he's not my favorite. I think we'll see we'll see if he can, because he's very young, he's very green in the ring, so we'll see what happens.
I'm just so thankful that they did not break up the Vaudevillains, because
they didn't break up any other tag teams. They didn't break up the New Day.
Yeah.
They also put Sammy and Kevin on the same roster.
I know.
And especially their match at Battleground was incredible.
I heard, and when I saw that Sammy run, there's my boy.
Sammy won.
There's my boy.
It was amazing, but it could have gone either way. And there was a very terrifying looking botch where Sammy hit his shoulder really hard on the apron, like his injured shoulder, but then the way they recovered from it, where then Kevin Owens immediately went after the shoulder, and then he was working that the whole time, almost made me, it's one of the greatest recoveries from a botch I've ever seen, because these two are consummate professionals. Or it wasn't actually a botch, and and Sammy is so good that he could pretend to botch. So I don't know, and that makes it so great. That makes it even more awesome and people are talking about it and nobody knows for sure. And that's what makes it great, because either it was a botch and they recovered amazingly, or it was a pretend botch and they pulled it off amazingly. For a while there I was like, oh God, he hurt his shoulder again. Oh no.
No. Stay with me, Sammy. Stay with me.
So that was great. Battleground overall was great. The response for Bayley was unbelievable in my wildest dream. Because again, I said, I didn't think Bayley was going to be the chosen partner, but in my dreams it would be. And my dreams came true, you guys.
Love it.
They had and they even did the blow up guys, like the wavy
things. I saw it.
And it was great. And then, but the smile on Sasha's face right before Bayley's music hit, she knew, and she could tell she was excited and she was happy. She was almost crying, just because they're good friends. They've worked so hard for this, and it was like Bayley's dream come true. She made her main roster debut on a pay-per-view, and they looked great. They were great. And Sasha made Charlotte tap out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they won.
So I think that's going to lead. I think that's going to get us to Sasha against Charlotte at SummerSlam. and the sky's the limit from there because they brought in some more ladies. Eva Marie is coming back, you guys.
All right, get ready.
So Eva Marie is on SmackDown, and that's I don't know. I just hope she doesn't like. I hope she doesn't kill someone. I hope she doesn't. But I mean, I bet you they get her working with like Natalia and some like Becky, like because you got some very experienced women there. You got Becky on on SmackDown. You got Natalia. Then they've also brought up some other people from SmackDown.
Carmella.
They got Carmella, who they're intentionally keeping her away from Enzo and Cass because she was their valet in NXT. She also happens to be Big Cass's girlfriend in real life. And but I think she needs it. She's got it. She's got a good look. She's got a lot of charisma. She's drastically improved in the ring since she first started. And so I think she's gonna be great. Alexa Bliss, she's like 5'1", but she's great. She's a great heel.
Love it.
She's awesome. On the Raw side, you have Nia Jax, who I think she's gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna hot shot her right in against Sasha, and Charlotte probably because she's tough. She's a big girl, and she's The Rock's cousin. She's another again more Samoans.
Yeah, Samoans.
More Samoans coming in. Well, her and The Rock are half Samoan, but still, it's enough. They're tough. Yeah. They're tough people. So yeah, she's had some good matches with Bayley, with Asuka, with Dana Brooke. So
I was surprised that they didn't break up Dana Brooke and Charlotte.
I expected that to happen. That did not happen.
Yeah.
So we're still gonna get that. We got they barely used the Shining Stars. A lot of tag teams on Raw, which makes sense because that's where the titles are. Because you also got Golden Truth, and you got some other guys on there. So that's exciting. So Raw has the U.S. Championship, Rusev, which he retained. Yes. There was a split second where it looked like Zack Ryder is going to win. He hit the Rough Rider, and then he was going for his top rope splash, but Rusev got the knees up, and then it was over. So Rusev, and then the Intercontinental Championship match had a really bizarro finish, but it made sense because I don't think it made sense not to have Darren Brooke win, but also not to just get beat by
The Miz.
By The Miz. So basically, like Bob Backlund and Maurice were like going at it, and Maurice slapped Bob Backlund, and then Bob Backlund like went nuts.
Yes.
And then he like attacked them, and then he attacked them. Then The Miz attacked Bob Backlund because Maurice said that Bob Backlund slapped him, and then like Bob Backlund like ripped his shirt off. And, like, it was crazy. and then like Darren Young came and flipped out at The Miz for like attacking Bob Backlund and put him in the chicken wing, except it was outside the ring. So then it was ruled like a no contest.
Yeah.
But Darren Young looked great. I think he looked great tonight, and it was a great. Like that's the first like any singles match of any consequence he's had.
Right.
So he had a strong showing, and he looked great. And
I liked him.
I think they're gonna have a rematch. They'll definitely have the rematch at SummerSlam, and I could see them putting the Intercontinental title on him and running with it a bit, just like as you predicted. They're running with Dean. Dean got a clean victory.
I knew it.
He won on SmackDown.
Yep.
He won that. They had the rematch on. I mean, because after they had that funky finish, and then he won on SmackDown, and then he won. So it was a cool finish. Roman took out Seth with the spear, but then Dean ran in and gave Roman the dirty deeds, and they won, and then he retained the title. The other thing that happened was Seth and Dean teamed up they power bombed Roman through the table, much to the crowd's delight.
Love it.
They definitely muted they once again muted the crowd boos because
I bet
you could hear the initial boo and then it kind of goes down a little bit. And I'm like, come on, guys. You think we're stupid? Do you think we're dumb? Because it was just like before his music even hit, just like boos.
I wanted to know who that guy's
boos.
Who does that job. What's his title, do you think? That guy.
The boo
audience.
Boo remover, audience editor. I don't know. Boo mover.
I'm the technical audience
volume
control technician.
Yeah.
At WWE.
Basically, I mute Roman's boos.
And then I replay yeses whenever Daniel Bryan comes out.
It's crazy.
Awesome.
So
I have a technical question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, technical question. When the Wyatt family comes out and it's the Fireflies, are those like people's phones?
Yes, that is people's phones. I've seen it. We witnessed it. It's crazy.
It's so cool. I mean, it looks so cool.
Yeah,
I was just wondering, like,
people have kind of been conditioned into doing that over the course of their. I mean, they've been around for a couple years. Yeah. And at first it would be a few people, but now it's like
everyone.
Conditioned the crowd.
It looks so cool.
And now that everybody has a phone, it's an easy thing to do.
Yeah, before they're like handing out light sticks.
Well, like back in the day, like during Undertaker's entrance, people would do the lighter thing.
Oh yeah.
But now it's like now
you're not even allowed to bring those in anymore.
Yeah. So
and I don't think e-cigarettes light up as bright as everything else. Awesome.
So that was crazy.
That was just driving me nuts. I'm like, it has to be their phones.
Yeah. And then
do they do announcements of where the announcers are going?
That's
something I didn't hear.
They did. So hold on. I posted it on the Facebook.
Oh, you did. I missed it.
But so it's gonna be hold on. We'll talk more about Battleground in a minute because I got the full rundown here. Oh wait, no, not roster, Brendo. Jeez. But I know. So Jerry Lawler is gone.
Yeah.
He's only going to be doing the pre-show now. But they announced brand new commentary teams, separate commentary teams, and new. So tonight they debuted the new Raw set, including new logos.
Yes.
And there's gonna be a new SmackDown set, so that's good. So Raw is gonna be. It doesn't change too much, except there is a new commentator. Corey Graves is gonna be commentating on Raw.
Okay.
And it's gonna be Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton.
Okay.
On Raw. Byron. And then SmackDown, JBL's moving over to SmackDown. So it'll be Morrow, JBL, and I knew there had to have been a reason why they had David Otunga doing guest commentary quite a bit, and it's because he's now on the SmackDown announce team.
Yeah, they're testing him out for sure.
So there you go. So
do you think with Jerry it was all right, you can do the rest of the season and we're done? Like
I think he's fine.
Not renewing?
I think he's just I mean, he did recently get suspended, but but I mean the charges were dropped, so I don't think that had anything. I don't know if it had anything to do with this. It is a interesting coincidence.
Yeah.
But he also is getting up there, and I think he's probably getting ready to retire. I mean, he's definitely not he's getting old. I mean, he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And but he is going to still be at Raw and SmackDown doing the pre-show. So
I did notice though, like some of his commentating, his comments were just like I don't know. I felt like the other announcers were just like, yeah,
like
okay.
super goofy. That's kind of
how but not even goofy, but like
cheesy.
And yeah, like
that's kind of how he's been for the last several years.
Okay.
Yeah, he tells a lot. He tells a lot of like dad jokes.
Yes.
And
yes.
And yeah, but I mean that's kind of his thing. He's
okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the incredible Smack Talk from Enzo, Cass?
Dude.
Oh,
they've been on fire. And they had this So you don't have the network, but during the draft, they had a live simulcast on the network.
Okay.
So me being the dork I am, I had SmackDown on the TV, and then I had the simulcast on my laptop. So I had like dual monitor action, and I think on the network they were not scripted at all because people were saying crazy stuff on the network interviews. Enzo and Cass were just going off. Cesaro dropped like this pipe bomb interview where he was just like going off on everybody.
Wow.
And like I think they were just letting him do whatever they wanted on there.
Okay.
And it was pretty great. But
you
you were talking about their
with John Cena. Oh my gosh! In the ring, it was
so the whole thing.
Funny.
He's like, guys, I don't understand what you're doing. What is your energy? Calm down. Like, it was so great.
He didn't understand how you do it.
Yeah, like, I don't.
Man, oh my gosh!
And then like
so good
when they had the big match with them and the New Day against the Club and the Wyatts. And so they had all of them out there. And the New Day and Enzo and Cass together, and they were like making fun of John Cena for not knowing how you do it, and they were just like, it was a great promo.
It was so good. That was one of like the better ones that I've ever seen. Like I just loved it.
Yeah,
I was in a public place laughing so hard out loud, and so it made it even more entertaining. Oh, I just like seriously, it's just the talent of the tongue, like just to be so quick on your toes and to get the energy from the audience to keep going with it. It was just great. And it was so impressive how all of them did it together because like, I've kind of felt like, oh my gosh, it's like improv, it's an improv class where the number one rule of improv is just say yes, whatever is happening, you have to say yes in order for it to work. And it was one of those moments where everyone said yes. And they all worked together.
Amazing.
It was so good. I really liked it. I want to find that clip. I want to watch it again.
New Day was great. The New Day Wyatt family match was really good. It was it was a good match, and the Wyatt family won. So we'll see where that's headed. I mean, well, it's not headed because they're New Day's on Raw and Wyatt and Bray's on SmackDown. So I guess I don't know. We'll see what
there was that.
I don't know. It's so we'll see what happens next. We'll see who Bray starts going after on SmackDown, and if it'll be like him and Rowan. So I don't know who the next tag team challengers are going to be. I assume it's going to be Enzo and Cass.
Oh, I hope so.
And I think them and the New Day, they could really have a good program. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So because they had this whole thing during the New Day match where it ended up like at the very end it was Xavier in the ring with Bray, and Bray started doing his spider walk thing, and Xavier was like freaking out. He's freaked out, but then he kind of overcame his fear and went after Bray, but then Bray caught him and he did the Sister Abigail, and that's how the Wyatts won the match. But and they were like, Xavier conquered his fear, but the Wyatts still lost, and so I don't know what's gonna happen next. We'll see. Natalya beat Becky Lynch.
Yes.
So they're keeping Natalya strong. I kind of like that. And Becky, they both look good. It was a good match, lots of emotion, and Becky really sold her like Natalya was just being super. I really like this super aggressive Natalya.
Yeah,
like she was just going after her legs. She kept on it. She was taunting her like crazy. She was talking so much trash.
Yeah.
And I was very into this rivalry.
It's pretty fun because you watch it on TV and that's what you're seeing, and then you go to her Instagram account. It's like smiles and cats and family, which I love. I mean, it's fantastic. It's so fun.
And so then Cena and Enzo Big Cass, they won their match.
Oh, I was so excited to hear that.
And
I know.
The other crazy thing about the draft, I forgot to mention this. AJ's on SmackDown, but Gallows and Anderson are on Raw. I could also see Gallows and Anderson challenging for the titles. I mean, since they're bad guys and New Day's good guys, I guess that makes quite a bit of sense. So now this does leave set up now that Finn Balor is on Raw and Gallows and Anderson are on Raw. We could find out tonight. I don't know. This could be the beginning of the Balor Club.
There we go.
Then since they already have those T-shirts, and the NXT shirt says Balor Club, and so this could be the beginning of the Balor Club, and we'll see. That'd be exciting. I don't know. I mean, it could be happening right now. I don't even know. Gotta find out once we're done recording.
Okay, we have to talk about this. The new logos.
Yeah.
Oh, I just felt like they hardly did anything. Basically, they made Raw. They took it out of italics and made the W and M, and that's about it. SmackDown is slanted. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, you really hype this up and it's not that big of a change.
Yeah,
I was really expecting new logos.
Yeah, it is just kind of like now Raw is just like blocky.
Yeah.
And we'll see if my internet, I can't get the SmackDown one up. I guess I haven't seen it yet. Hold on. But yeah, it wasn't as extreme as I thought it was going to be, but I think they're just trying to, distinguish them, but they don't. I don't know. Maybe they were worried people would be too like. And then also now it's SmackDown Live, and so get ready. We're just got to get used to people saying SmackDown Live over and over and over again.
I know, right?
And, but I mean, it makes sense. They want people to know it's live. So there, I'm looking at the SmackDown Live logo, and it's not that different.
It isn't. Honestly, they took it out of italics, and that's it. We should post that in the group. We should probably do a little.
We could do a
poll. Yeah, not even of which one you like better, but I think we should take submissions. I'd be willing to put we'll do a $10 gift card.
SmackDown Live logo kind of looks like one of the Saturday Night's Main Event logos or something.
Honestly, when I saw it, minus the shiny part of it, I was thinking SNL. That Saturday Night Live,
yeah. Some people were also. It kind of looks like it's a little similar to Impact Wrestling TNA's logo.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Honestly, every time I see Raw, I just read Ram. And then with the faces Stephanie's face on there and stuff, I'm like Ram.
The W does look like an upside down M.
It does. I mean, that's why I just keep. I mean, poor people with dyslexia. I mean, seriously, they're reading that as Ram. They are. It's really. I just felt like, don't hype it up so much if you're gonna do such minimal work.
Yeah, and that's kind of WWE. They hype everything up. I mean,
I know.
How many times have you heard the words "new era"?
Oh gosh, I know, right?
So many times, and now
I can't believe they didn't add that in there.
Yeah, I don't.
New era.
The new Raw stage has like a arch, and it looks all right. There's like an arch on the stage.
What is this?
On the new Raw stage.
Oh, okay.
It's on. You'll see it when you watch Raw. And there's going to be a new SmackDown, but at least because everybody's been saying, and they need to do that. They need to have distinct sets.
Yeah, they do. So yeah, not just the blue version and a red version.
At least they're doing that, so I'm happy about that. And I think that's. I mean, we covered Battleground.
Yeah.
And it was actually because previous Battlegrounds have been like total garbage, and this one actually was very entertaining. In the kickoff match even. Breezango cleanly defeated the Usos, which that's a pretty big upset there because the Usos, I mean, they're former tag team champions, so it seems like almost maybe Breezango is for real. They actually got a win, even if it was on a pre-show. And so, I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens with that. I still don't know because Breezango is on. I don't know what they're on.
And Brazongo, that's the one with like the take
Tyler
the selfies.
Breeze,
Yeah.
Where
They're
are they?
funny.
I think they're on Raw.
No, they're on SmackDown.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, there they are. So I think it seems to me like SmackDown's going to get its own tag titles because we forgot to mention this. You haven't seen these guys yet, but American Alpha from NXT, they are freaking awesome. They're both like really good amateur wrestlers and they're really fun. Jason Jordan, Chad Gable. So they are on SmackDown and I think they're going to be great.
Cool.
And so you got them, you got the Usos, you got the Vaudevillains, you got Breezango. That's like 4 tag teams right there.
Yeah.
You've also got, they also teased, even though I'm not a huge Mojo Rawley fan, he did actually save Zack Ryder from he came out on Battleground and saved Zack Ryder from a beatdown. And so that means
I heard about that.
I think they're gonna team up as the Hype Bros in SmackDown. So there's your 5th tag team right there. So I mean, both sides have a lot of tag teams, and that's exciting. I don't think there's been this many tag teams in WWE in a long time. So I'm a big fan of tag team wrestling.
Yeah, it keeps it fresh. It's it's nice to see the pairing, and I almost wonder if it helps them out.
Yeah.
If because it's just energy. Like it's hard to carry it by yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And you could see that when one of the Usos had to do a singles match.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's not used to working without a partner.
Yes.
Because I'm like, he was definitely losing steam a little bit.
I think one of the announcers even said that.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, keep going.
Yeah. Like, no tag outs, dude.
No tag the ref's not gonna help you.
So I was a little disappointed to see how low guys like again Cesaro was like picked pretty low down.
Yeah.
And maybe they're doing that intentionally, so I'll be like the underdog guy.
Yeah, maybe.
And I hope so. But Apollo Crews drafted super low on the second part of the program. And I'm like, ooh, because he's like a new guy. They should be, I don't know. I'm a little bummed about that, but we'll see. Big Show was picked super high.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that was the last one that they did
Big Show
right before they ended it. Yeah. Oh, for Hulu.
Big Show was picked higher than Cesaro. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what that means.
So I know Daniel, like I know, he's on Raw. So, but I know Mick Foley likes the Big Show, and I don't know. We'll see. I think though. I mean, he's got to be, because he's been wrestling. Big Show's been wrestling for like over 20 years now, like full time, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's him and Kane.
It's exhausting.
But I mean, Kane's had more time off than Big Show, I feel like, and they're both still going though.
I like Cesaro.
And I'm a huge Cesaro fan, so we'll see, especially after he got to do that promo. And then some other things I want to talk about. Oh, I haven't finished all of last week's Cruiserweight Classic, but so far everything I've seen on that has just been awesome. And Mauro and Daniel Bryan have been really good on commentary, and it's a very distinct presentation. So I've been really enjoying that. This week also was the final episode of the season 2 of Lucha Underground. So it was the Ultima Lucha finale, and Prince Puma and Rey Mysterio. I was there for the taping.
Nice.
And Prince Puma and Rey Mysterio tore the house down. Pentagon Jr. Unveiled his new identity, Pentagon Dark, and so now he's like a bad guy, I guess, but everybody still cheers for him. But I found out the reason why they did that. I actually talked to a guy in the know at Comic-Con from Lucha Underground, was so Lucha Underground could sell Pentagon shirts, because they can't sell Pentagon Jr. shirts. Only AAA, who owns that character, can sell. But Pentagon Dark, since it's a different name, they can sell Pentagon Dark shirts.
Interesting.
And so, because that's how they're going to make money, is off of merchandising these guys.
Yes.
And they need to really start doing that. I mean, season 3 already is in the can, so at least we know we're getting one more season. But I feel like if they want that season 4, they're going to have to find more ways to generate money because so far they haven't made any kind of profit, really.
Well, hopefully that restaurant in San Diego is giving them something.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
That'd be amazing.
But if you're in San Diego, definitely check out Lucha Libre Burrito. It was incredible.
It's gonna be awesome.
They announced Pro Wrestling Guerrilla PWG Bola tickets go on sale this Thursday. My wallet is not happy because even if I do manage to get tickets, standing room and general admission are $70. They used to be $40. Wow. That's per night.
Whoa!
There's no
and
then standing and general admission seated. But those should be separate prices. Standing should not have to pay as much. But I get it. They need to make a certain amount of money in order to put on this show because they're bringing in everybody. It's freaking crazy. They're bringing in Johnny Mundo. They announced the last 4 guys they announced were Zack Sabre Jr., Will Ospreay from England, who's just blowing up right now. He's been in New Japan lately. And Zack Sabre Jr. is in the Cruiserweight Classic in WWE. And then they brought in Pentagon Jr. from Lucha Underground. And the most exciting thing was Jushin Thunder Liger from Japan. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Wow.
He's basically one of the greatest light heavyweights ever, and he's going to be wrestling in a 400-seat Legion Hall.
Awesome.
Crazy. The front row tickets are $100 a night. But so they're going on sale on Thursday. I got my fingers crossed, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
I really want to go. It sounds amazing.
It does.
And Cody Rhodes is also going to be there, and I'm excited to see. I would love to see him. They also just announced he signed on. Cody is doing everything. He also signed on to do Ring of Honor. He's going to be at their show at the end of the year, and it really made me think like maybe Vince let Cody go on purpose so he could go out and scout out all these indie places. Maybe he's like a secret
agent
scout.
Secret scout.
And then when he signs with WWE, he's like getting all this intel. I don't know, but also I think it's a chance for Cody to wrestle basically everybody and all the best wrestlers, and then maybe come back to WWE even stronger than before. I mean,
yeah, who knows?
I hope that happens because I really am a big fan of his.
Cool.
So that's pretty much what's going on in the wrestling world. The New Japan G1 Climax tournament started, which is this crazy. It's a 21-day tournament. I try my best to watch all of it, but I don't know how that's going to work now because there's so much wrestling going on. But I'm going to try, but I'm already behind.
Oh my
gosh. They
gosh.
also started the Super J Cup, which is their light heavyweight tournament. So I don't know how I'm going to find out.
I don't know how you're going to. I would be so overwhelmed. I do good just keeping up with Ron Strike.
Last year, I basically had to stop watching other TV shows, and because every night, because again, it's every night when once it starts going, it's a new show. It's a lot. And then now that there's live Raw, live SmackDown, and then Cruiserweight Classic is going, NXT's going. There's a lot to keep up on. I mean, we're on the road to SummerSlam now. I think SummerSlam is going to be huge. I'm now really excited. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I am really excited for Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm behind Randy Orton, you guys. I like that promo. And
I think it'd be hilarious if he came out with a drug test kit before the fight.
Oh my god. That would at the contract signing.
Yeah,
you should be like, I'm only going to sign this.
Pee in this cup.
I need you to pee in this before I sign this contract.
We have to pee in front of all of us.
Oh my god,
that'd be so great.
And then Paul Heyman throws the pee in his face or something.
Or better yet, coming out with a sponsor.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to get a sponsor for you, just in case.
Oh yeah, this is Bob. He's gonna help you.
He's been sober for 5 years now.
He hands him a copy of the big book, the AA book, the NA book. He's like, here. and the first step, Brock, is to admit that you have a problem. And give it over to your higher power. And let's talk about this, Brock.
Sit down.
Dude, that's what I would. Dude, that would be amazing.
Oh, they should.
They did these skits with Daniel Bryan and Kane where they were like an anger management together, and they had like his doctor, and they were amazing. So like I could see like Brock in like rehab or something.
Well, they put me on the writing staff, and I'll make it happen.
Brock does not do vignettes.
I can't even imagine.
Like I could not see him
tolerating. I don't want to talk about my man boobs.
I don't know. I think that because he's already. I mean, he's getting so much money from them, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I'm excited about a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. You've got this new rosters, a lot of new people, new matchups. But then some of these guys. Even no matter what roster they're on, they're still gonna suck. So I don't know. And some, I mean, hopefully it'll give a chance for these younger guys that are awesome to they have more opportunities because the roster's not as big on each show.
I'm really hoping that with the new layout between Raw and SmackDown, that they'll kind of lay off the Spanish announcement table. Like I just feel like, do those guys feel discriminated against? Because in like every single show,
it's like without fail. And I mean,
those poor bastards are
because Roman went through it at Battleground.
Yeah,
I hope they get hazard pay because they have to always be paying attention.
Yeah,
they're always like the second half of the show. They're always just standing up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like.
But it was crazy seeing
so much more pay than
they gotta be well trained because one of the guys I watched him like as soon as the wrestlers approach the Spanish announce table, he like hopped over the railing to his like safe spot.
They're probably in just as good shape as wrestlers.
But he's probably done that so many times now. It's like just second. It's like his instinctual behavior.
Grab her shit and go.
He's like, oh shit. He's just like. He's like, oh, there it is. Hop over. He was like, I was like, oh shit, he's already on the other side of the guardrail.
You know what's gonna be amazing though? The one time that they're gonna have like a fire alarm go off, first people out the door are gonna be the Spanish announcers. They're like practicing.
I wonder if they're gonna like petition now, because now they've got like the Japanese guys and some of the other guys like over by like the control booth, like on the side. I wonder if they're like, can we go over there, please? Like, well, okay, well, here is something interesting.
A different table.
I think they might have listened to us because I did notice on the new Raw and the Raw layout, at least the announce tables are not at ringside. They're by the entrance ramp.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Maybe the announcers were complaining.
I know, like fuck this.
Well, I look at on like some of like the old school stuff, like old school NWA and even older WWE stuff. The announce table is literally right against the ring.
Yeah, like boxing.
And I'm just like, but like in wrestling, that is
that's so dangerous.
Because you've got guys like even like a PWG stuff sitting at ringside, it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, when there's no guardrail between you and what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, because like guys are falling all over the place, and like when they do that move where they kind of dodge an attack on the like when they're in the turnbuckle and they're like,
oh right,
like there's just feet going right in your face and stuff when you're sitting right there.
For the wrestlers have penises in their face, so it could be worse.
Yeah.
But still, it's just intense. I don't know. I was watching Raw and SmackDown back to back, and I'm just going, okay, these poor Spanish announcers, like, you already have to face Trump in our country, and now this, like,
let me tell you, the Spanish announce table has been getting destroyed for years upon years.
It's just tradition.
Since they introduced the Spanish announce table. Pretty much, I feel like the reason why they're
America taking over Spanish property.
Well, I can hear Vince like, all right, we need to do more spots where they're getting on the table, but I don't want because he was the announcer.
Oh,
he used to be an announcer. He's like, I don't want it on my table, so let's get a Spanish announce table out there. They could smash that table. Just smash it every episode.
I love it.
But Vince, they really don't. I don't care. I said smash it, damn it. So
Who knows Spanish? Go tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
La Mesa. La Mesa. How do you say break?
I took French, and I still don't even know how to say it in French.
So yeah, if you want to talk, if you want to let us know what you think about anything, the draft, whatever, there's 2 plays you can do that. You can go to not radiobrendo.com, the podcast. You can go there if you want.
Yeah.
Go to mbwspod.com and you can use our contact form. You can also send us a message on Facebook. We're on Twitter at mbwspodcast. And then you can contact us there. You can also join our Facebook group. We're always talking about wrestling, and people are posting up to the minute stories, things going on, funny stuff, goofy stuff, Brock's latest drug test failure,
Yes.
just what's going on. Oh, another thing that happened that I still haven't gotten all the details on this, but apparently Sin Cara and Simon Gotch got in a legit fight backstage during the draft.
Wow.
But nobody quite knows what happened. But they did get drafted to separate rosters, so
maybe that helped.
Maybe that was why. I don't know, but maybe that's why they got drafted separately. But I don't know. I mean, legit fighting's probably bad. I'm sure that's frowned upon. Like you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
so
like
we'll
drugs.
see. Yeah, no drugs and no fighting, and
Don't do it.
just don't do it.
So I think I'm gonna start a new workout program. Like
let's talk
I'll need
about
to package it together, get it good for like commercial use. I'm gonna call it my WWE workout.
So you were watching.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of times when I'm watching it, I'm just at home chilling with the cats, whatever. But I get aggressive, like it totally gets me amped up, and like John knows, like he can't come around me, or else I'll be like wrestling him, pinning him to the ground. Like he's always like, you get so violent once you watch it. So I just had energy and decided I'm going to do the treadmill thing. Okay, people. One, I'm not in the best shape. Like I'm not a runner by any means. I have asthma, my knees hurt, and I'm old. And I'm totally overweight. So there you go. But I was on the treadmill and I started doing the interval, like walking, jogging. I didn't even know how long and how far I had gone because I was watching Raw and SmackDown, and I was so into it and so amped up. I'm laughing out loud.
Were you like going faster during the entrance music?
When they were like full on fighting, I'm like punching the air, like get him. I'm like talking to the guy on the treadmill next to me was just looking over like, you're okay, right? I'm going at it. So I ended up walking 4.5 miles for an hour and a half on the treadmill with walking, running intervals, and all thanks to my WWE. So I have a new routine now. I'm so excited. There
you go.
I take my iPad, I head over to the treadmill, and I talk out loud and I laugh out loud. So if you need that motivation, that's my tip. Do it.
And
get your aggression out.
Yeah. And if you run out of things to watch, you should watch NXT.
Yes. Well, after my hour and a half, and now I can't walk. So like today is horrible. But
you'll get better. I'll get there. You get there. Well, that's cool. You got anything else? Anything else on your notes?
I don't know. It was fun watching you and everyone else at Comic-Con and seeing all the wrestling tidbits there. Oh, it was awesome to hear about New Day playing Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, they're all about awesome. That.
That was funny.
They said they were making Pokemon Go references on Raw. When he started listing the Pokemon. Yeah. Oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing.
So funny.
They're great, and they were super awesome in person. And props to all of them. They're very nice, and they were great with like kids and stuff. It was cool seeing them interact with everybody. And WWE, they're people compared to other like signings and stuff. Their security and everything, and their guys, they're very professional and on point. And
awesome.
Bunch of dudes, well dressed. I know Vince, because people are like, "Why are the WWE guys wearing suits?" I'm like, that's because Vince wants everybody to be classy. Damn it!
Yeah.
I want them
Yeah.
in suits. Damn it! And there's no t-shirts. Damn it! If my
like
Vince
it.
McMahon
I
impression is just saying "damn it" after everything. I want to see blood. Ah. What does he say? Like, I want you to strangle each other. Competition.
Yeah, competition.
Like, rip each other's throats out.
Well, you guys will be in therapy.
Like, Vince, you're talking to these are your kids.
Children, I know.
I guess they all. I mean, whatever. They're billionaires. They don't think the way we do.
They really don't.
They live in a different universe. I wonder what their like Thanksgivings and stuff are like.
Gosh.
I don't know.
The wishbone. Can you imagine? That wishbone is in like shreds. It's not even like you can't even
and
tell.
they're probably piece. Like they got to be like super competitive about everything.
Yes.
Like everything. Like
totally.
I could just see like Vince and Shane just getting really serious about stuff, or like, and then like I wonder like Triple H and Shane and Vince, and they're like I don't know, just fighting over everything, fighting over the remote.
Kids, all the kids are like, Mom and Dad are fighting again. It's like totally normal.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. Tune in next week. Tune in next time. mbwspod.com. Check out all the other shows on the Benview Network. You can listen to me on Radio Brendo Man. We'll be talking a lot about Comic-Con this week on there because Phil and I saw so much stuff, did so many things. It was nuts.
Awesome.
And you can check me out also on Nerd's Eye View this week with Andrew Lindy and Jordan Scott talking about the new Ghostbusters.
Woohoo!
And so that's exciting. That's all that's on BenviewNetwork.com. We also did a Comic-Con Benview Network Megacast, which will be going up on the Benview Network one-offs feed featuring a bunch of people from Benview Network. And we will all be appearing at Comic-Con Palm Springs in August 26th through 28th. So if you're going to be there, check that out. We're doing some live shows. And I think that's going to do it.
Cool.
So thank you, Veronica, as always. You're great.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see what's going to happen this week. Finn Balor, as far as I know, Finn Balor could be he's definitely going to be making his Raw debut tonight. And that's exciting.
Yep.
And going to see tons of stuff this week.
Gonna be good.
All right. So for MBWS, I'm Brendan Creasy.
I'm Veronica Steele.
And we'll see you next time in the ring. All right.
Loved it.
Oh, I accidentally took my headphones out.
Oh, well, there you go.
I was like, dirt.
Hey, for next week, John and I are going out of town Wednesday through Saturday. So can we do Monday again?
Monday, yes.
Would that work?
Yes.
Cool. That helps me a lot.
5:30.
Yeah.
Good.
If that works for you.
That works.
So that'll be, oh my gosh, August. It's August 1st.
No, that's the first day the kids get back to school.
No.
Kind of freaked out.
That's insane. They start August 1st?
Yeah.
Since when? Did they used to start after Labor Day?
I don't know. The schedules are all different now just because they have more, they're in school more now.
Okay.
And they also have more days off during the year. Like they get 2 weeks of spring break now. They get a whole week at Thanksgiving. They get more winter break. So it kind of evens out, I guess. But I don't want to. But I mean, it's still going to be so hot in August. Like, oh my God. In San Bernardino, I'm not a fan. It's hot here. I mean, while I was gone, it was like 100. It was in the hundreds. And even in San Diego on Friday, it was like crazy hot. It was humid a little bit, like one of the days. I was like, what is happening?
What hotel were you at?
Well, we were at Andrew. His parents had a timeshare. It was called the Inn at the Park. It was by Balboa Park. It was actually really nice.
Cool.
And then last night, because the hotels go back to normal prices on Sunday, so I always like treat myself a little bit on Sunday night. So I got my own room. But I got a room at the Hard Rock right down there for like
Oh, cool.
$100. It was only $100.
That's awesome.
And so it was great being able after the convention was over to just go right across the street and just crash out. And I watched Battleground on my laptop.
Love it.
And went to dinner with my friends who I ate dinner with the same friends from New York every year. And it was really good time. And then went back and went to bed early because by Sunday, I'm just dead.
Oh, I bet. Heck yeah.
I didn't get sick this year.
That's
Usually
good.
by Sunday, I've contracted some disease from all the handshaking and
everyone was
sweating.
catching Pokemon, so no one touched each other.
Yeah,
It was
people
all
were too
virtual.
busy. And I also this year I made a more conscious effort to wash my hands and use hand sanitizer and stuff.
Well, look at that, and it worked out.
It worked out because usually I end up getting sick. We call it the con crud. It usually happens because you're just around so many people for that many days.
Oh yeah.
And again, shaking hands with all kinds of tons of. I don't know how the wrestlers they gotta just because they shake it's almost like in their blood to shake people's hands.
Yeah.
And because it's just a wrestling thing. Because Mil Muertes insisted on shaking my hand, and I was like, okay. But it was cool. The one thing I was bummed about was R-Truth was supposed to be there all week, and he wasn't there. I think WWE. Whoa. I lost you. Oh, and we lost Veronica. All right, well, that's going to do it. So see you later, everybody.